So, good morning, friends. Today, our topic is electrical measurements. Uh, Section we learn about measuring instruments. So, what exactly measurement instrument is or measuring instrument is? So, it is a device used for comparing the unknown quantity with the unit of measurement or standard quantity is called a measurement instrument. So what exactly the measurement instrument is? So if you want to measure a unknown quantity, so we have to compare with a standard quantity to find its measurement. So for example, we want to measure the length of the wood piece, length, breadth, or height of the wood piece. So we need some standard quantity to measure the wood piece. So we take a standard quantity like a scale, and we will compare with the wood, and we will find the exact measurement of the wood. So this is a basic example of the measurement or measuring instrument. So the second one is classification of instruments. So these electrical instruments divided into two categories. One is absolute instrument and the second one is secondary instruments. So what is absolute instruments? So absolute instrument is an instrument gives the quantity to be measured in terms of instrument constant and its deflection. So these instruments give the value of quantity what we want to measure, but it gives in the terms of its instrument constant. So the basic example of this absolute instrument is tangent galvanometer. So what exactly tangent galvanometer will do is it measure the value of current, but in the form of instrument constant theta, means the angle, deflection angle. So what about the secondary instrument? So secondary instrument is the instrument it directly gives the magnitude of the electrical quantity to be measured. So these instruments are required to be calibrated by comparing with another absolute instrument or secondary instrument before putting into use. So these are the instruments which directly give the value what we want to measure. So the basic example of the secondary instrument is ammeter. So in ammeter, you can directly measure the value of current in terms of amps. You can see here tangent galvanometer on the left side, which gives the current value in the form of deflection angle theta. Where the right side, you can see the ammeter, which measures the value of current. It directly gives the value of required quantity what we want to measure. So again, these measuring instruments are classified into three types. So which instruments? Secondary measurement instruments. So secondary measurement instruments can be classified into three types. One is indicating instruments, and the second one is recording instruments, and third one is integrating instruments. So what is indicating instruments? So these instruments indicates the magnitude of an electrical quantity at the time when it is being measured. So the indications are given by a pointer moving over a graduated dial. So the basic example of these type of instruments are the electromechanical instruments. What are electromechanical measurement instruments are basic examples of the indicating instruments. So they have some pointer in it and a scale, and whenever we want to measure, the value of the pointer starts from 0 and it deflects towards the required quantity. So these types of instrument are called as indicating instruments. Second one is recording instruments. So these instruments which keep a continuous record of the variations of the magnitude of an electrical quantity to be measured over a defined period of time. So what exactly these type of measurement devices do is, so they keep on track the values of the measured values at different times. So the basic example is like ECG, and there's so many instruments are digital instruments are there which tracks the all the values or all the records or all the measurements records for a particular time. So these instruments called as recording instruments. And the third type of classification of secondary instrument is integrating type of instruments. So these instruments which measure the total amount of electricity or any other quantity over a period of time. So what it will do is these instruments measure the quantity with respect to time. For example, energy meter. So what energy meter is do? Energy is equal to power into time. So power is kilowatt and time is hour. So the unit of energy meter is kilowatt per hour. So it measure the value of electrical quantity or power consumed for a particular time. So these are the different uh, classification of secondary instruments.